Hi, in this video I want to talk to you about allergies and more specifically about histamines and how they can negatively affect so many of the symptoms that people struggle with. Hi, I'm Dr. Joe with 2 Minutes to Better Health. Well, what are histamines? That's one of the most important things to understand if you're going to basically be able to understand and figure out how to improve your allergy symptoms. Well, they're signaling molecules that tell the body that something undesirable is in the body. So it's an important thing to tell the body what's going on. And it unfortunately creates inflammation, and that's where so many of the symptoms actually come from. It does protect us against foreign invaders such as parasites, but unfortunately in the case of allergens, it causes this over-response to something that's kind of benign. It's found in the skin, lungs, mouth, nose, digestive system, blood, and so many other body tissues. You can see from these different tissues, that's why people have like runny nose, lungs, respiratory issues, skin itching and stuff like that, because there's so many different problems that have so many of the concentrations of these histamines in those areas. All right, so allergies and histamines. All right, the causes: pollen, animal dander, dust, mold, drugs, and chemicals. Many people know about these different things themselves, but many people don't realize they're sensitive to some of the medications they may take over the counter or prescription, as well as different chemicals in their environment like cleaners and different things like that. Many different foods are big triggers. People don't realize that because they don't eat it and then all of a sudden have a reaction right after. Like peanuts, you might do that, but many of these like soy, gluten, corn, dairy, eggs, these are things people have all day long and they don't realize it's contributing to a major inflammation in the body, small to moderate amounts of histamine production, and so then something else comes around like pollen or animal dander, they react to that and they think that's the problem, but in fact it might be the food. So this is a big one. I'm one of those people that wheat, if I consume it, I'm sensitive to cats. So that's how it actually occurs in my immune system. So the symptoms: sinus congestion, runny nose, we hear many of these things, tearing eyes, sneezing, coughing. Asthma, big issue for people with asthma is because of different histamine overproduction. Itching, skin, rashes, hives. Many of the skin conditions people have, they don't realize it's because of constant allergens in their environment. Nausea or vomiting. Yes, it gets into the digestive system. Headaches and migraines. A lot of people struggle with this, but unfortunately they don't know that it's because of a constant daily allergen that they're dealing with. Other ones that are a big deal for people, but they don't realize it has to do with it at all, is chronic pain in the body, fatigue. It's constantly run down dealing with this stressor. Digestive issues, because so many of the histamines are actually produced in the digestive system, so that's going to cause a lot of digestive inflammation. Hormone and menstrual issues. A lot of women have that irregularity, but unfortunately it's because of allergies, not just because of the hormone issue itself, but because of the constant allergens. Anxiety, the body's in a constant state of stress, it's going to feel anxious. Cardiovascular issues, from rapid heart rate, blood pressure issues, high or low, palpitations in the body, arrhythmias, and many more. So you can see there's a laundry list of different symptoms, but do realize histamines are not bad. Overproduction of them is, but they're crucial for immune function, stomach acid production, as well as the body's ability to stay awake. So that's why when many people take antihistamines, they're tired all the time, or maybe their digestion gets thrown off because it's actually affecting the stomach acid production, and it unfortunately also can inhibit the immune system as well, long-term use of this. So our personal natural support favorite by far for helping people with allergies and the histamine response is Antranex from Standard Process. We've used this for decades. We absolutely love it. Even in our family, it's super helpful. It contains a compound called Yakatron, which was discovered in the 1920s. So this stuff's been around for a long period of time. And it actually has a detoxifying effect in the liver. So you can see in endocrinology books, they actually talk about this stuff. And it's very different from an antihistamine-like effect in the body, but it's not suppressing the histamine production, because those histamines are necessary for the signaling in the body to say something's wrong. But excessive overinflammation and excessive overhistamine production, that's where the excessive symptom problems come from. So you don't want to stop that indefinitely, because that has issues with the immune system and digestion like we talked about, but you want to process it through the body quicker, and that's what Antranex actually does. It helps the liver to filter better everything. All toxins will filter better through the liver, but definitely the histamines will as well, often reducing dramatically the symptoms a person may be experiencing from the histamine response in the allergen. So maybe they're away from the allergen, and that response can end quickly because they've filtered out the production very quickly. So definitely look this stuff up, standardprocess.com. You can look on our website. I'll put a link down below as well. Reach out to us. We can definitely get this stuff to you. You don't need a lot of it, folks, but definitely keep it around for those as needed cases. People don't need to take this every single day of their life, but when needed, for sure, it's fantastic to have around. So thanks for watching this. Please share it with friends and family, because I think it's so helpful. And I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Have a great day.